Hi guys, I'm back. I decided to take a little break from sewing because my fingers are starting to hurt a little bit and my legs are starting to hurt from sitting down on the floor too long and kneeling. So while I'm waiting for my fingers to kind of a little bit better and my legs to stretch out a little bit, I'm going to be chatting with you guys if there's anything you guys want to talk about. While I am waiting, I'm probably going to show you guys my U-Choose collection. So, this is my Markiplier U-Choose I got. He is my second U-Choose I've ever gotten, and I think that he's one of my favorite ones because he even has like a little throne, and I like how they crafted him. Hello, Glitch Trap Lord. Yeah, and I really like how they put Freddy's fur on him, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think that's also Springtrap's fur that he's sitting on, but it could also be Freddy's tummy. And then I also have Balloon Boy. This is the movie Balloon Boy. I don't have the second movie Balloon Boy, I just had the first one. And he was one of the first ones that I was happy to see when they were releasing these on YouTube. I know a lot of people hate Balloon Boy, but you gotta admit that the movie Balloon Boy from the first one is funny when he jump scares you. And the taxi scene was funny. And then I also have Matt Pat. This was also one of my first U-Choose I got. I think he was the third one I got. Hi, Kelfa 100. I'm not sure if I said that right. Sorry if I said it wrong. Here is his board with his little Fredbear plushie because of his theme song. I really like the theme song. It's funny. Thank you. I'm glad you like my figurines. And then I also have this Matt Pat. And I felt dumb when I opened him because I had him right next to Balloon Boy, right, and then he accidentally fell, and the part right here scratched right here, and now he has a stain on his face forever, and I cannot get it off. And I was kind of bummed about that, but it's okay. It doesn't ruin the figure, and he still works fine. If you guys have any questions about anything, or if you have anything you guys want to tell me in the comments, you guys are free to tell me anything you want to tell me. Here is my Golden Freddy and Abby figure. When they were advertising it on YouTube, I thought that they're going to have Abby and Golden Freddy be kind of like a little like separated a little bit, because they also showed Abby without holding his hand, just standing there, but it could just be an animation. But I'm still happy that this figure was made. It was funny when I made some of the shorts about him and her. And here is my very first U-Choose I've ever gotten. Apparently this is a GameStop exclusive one, and I didn't even know about U-Choose when I got it. I think it was like 2022. Yep. In 2022 I got this figure. And I could be wrong, but I think it was about $25 in store when I got it, because I remember it was around $20 when I got it around 2022. I didn't see Foxy, but I heard that he also was a GameStop exclusive one. And I'm kind of glad that I got him, because if I didn't, then I probably won't be. Probably wouldn't have found out about YouTube's. I think it's funny how my phone knows that I like YouTube so much that almost every time I have an ad on YouTube, it gives me either the SpongeBob YouTube's ad or the Cuphead one. In the summer, I'm planning to draw FNAF characters with sea creatures from IRL and myths. What do you think of that idea? I think that's a really good idea. I think that would probably be like a really good idea, and you could probably, even if you wanted to, you could make it 3D if you're making like a picture with it, and then you could kind of like cut the characters out into little dolls, and then you glue them on top. I used to do that a few years ago, and how I did it made the picture look good, and my teachers liked it in art class. I love those animatronics. I haven't watched the movie, but I have heard of it. There's Freddy, Chica, and Foxy, and I don't know. Yeah, I like the movie too. I kind of wish that there was a little bit more to the movie, but I'm just glad it was made. I know that the FNAF 2 movie, that there's a lot of stuff that didn't happen in the movie that I wish would happen. Like, I believe that people said somewhere, like, that the withered animatronics were only on screen for, like, maybe 5-10 minutes, and they kept it a secret, and they paid more attention to the marionette than anyone else. And I think that Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie didn't get much attention that I know for sure they deserve. And I think that the second movie was just so sad from the Toy Bonnie one. And it was just so sad that he was telling the little girl that something like that, parents don't care about you. And when I heard that when I was in theaters, I almost cried, because it just put me in the shoes of the little girl. But I know it's pretend. This is also another. This is not a Funko Pop. Oh no, it is a Funko Pop, but it's not a U2's. This is my Music Man figure, and I really like him. I was so happy when I found out about him, but how they showed online, I thought that it was gonna be like this big. Oops, sorry, Freddie. But yeah, like maybe like this big and like this tall. But nope, little creature. Right next to Matt Pat. Music band. I'm actually going to fix the camera real quick because I actually have to reach for something in my drawer. Hold on a second. Actually, two things. Yeah, Music Man. I really liked making that short with him. I'd have to find it, but I think it's in my stop motion shorts. You might be able to find it. I probably might redo that one, but it was so funny. I showed it to my sister and my mom, and I was just laughing every time I watched it. But speaking of Matt Pat, I'm gonna actually move these to the side because I want to show you guys something. So when I got the Matt Pat figure with the board, I actually ended up getting two more things when there was an hour left for the sale, or like the purchase thing. So I ended up getting the Matt Pat pin, and I really like this one because it spins. And what's this pin and what's Matt Pat without the Music Man spinner pin? Game theory is not game theory without Music Man. I also have some rare mystery minis from the Funko Mystery Mini Lion. I've been collecting mystery minis since it came out, and I'm sad to say that when I got them years ago, I think it was around 2018, that I left them at my grandma's house while we moved, and when I went to get them back, that only half of them were still there, and my grandma and grandpa have no idea where they went. And it kind of made me feel sad because I had to buy some of them online because none of the stores we had them in stores because it was one that they were placed for the exclusive. But this is one that I got that I was that was from the 10th anniversary. I got this one my first try because I am a Funko Mystery Mini Pro, and I already know the front two on the top. You get the rares. I believe it's the top left one is the one out of 72, and the top right one is the one out of 36. And I know this because I have been practicing, like, trying to figure out with my skills, and I would go in stores try to figure stuff out. I had so many doubles growing up. The pins remind me of those fidget spinners back in 2019. I think they were lifesavers in school. I'm about to leave in 2 months. I remember fidget spinners. I remember I didn't have them around that time, but then my mom's friend, when he saw me, asked me if I have a fidget spinner, and I said no. So he drove us to the store, and he had me pick out a fidget spinner, and it was really nice. I think I chose a purple one. How did you get the Carl? I got him from GameStop. There's a worker there that is there almost every time I go there, and he put that out before, like, as soon as I like right before I went there. So, and he told me that he just put them out just now. So I was able to get him right away. They used to have a bunch of those at my GameStop, but I think it was last year that they slowly stopped having those. I found that my GameStop and the one from the town over, they don't really have as much FNAF stuff as they used to. I found out from the other GameStop as I was walking over where the Funko Pops used to be, and they actually have their Jazzware figures over there. So now I gotta look even closer around the store every time I go there. The worker at the GameStop I went to yesterday, hold on a second, that he asked me if there's anything I need help looking for, and he actually went around the store to help me look for stuff, and he typed stuff on his computer. And I actually got this one yesterday. I was kind of hoping for either Mangle or the puppet, but I'm just happy I got these. I keep being told I have too much FNAF stuff, but I'm not getting them just to get them. I even tell my family that all the time. I don't get FNAF stuff just to get FNAF stuff. And I told them about all the stuff in GameStop that I don't have, that I'm not getting, because I know I'm not really going to use it and they're just going to collect somewhere. But some stuff I've gotten, I actually got for a reason, for, like, I'm mostly having it sit around though. Like, I got my Puppet Jazzwares plushie I got. This is around October, before they started becoming super popular and you could actually get these. But this one I have on my monitor, and I also have this puppet from a trip I went to. And this one, I know some of you guys remember, this is the one that I drove all around in my state trying to find it, and then I found it. And then I go to the GameStop in my town, and I find out they got it that day. So I wasted the whole trip trying to get him. But that's okay. He was worth it. If you guys have any more questions or if there's anything else that you guys want to see in the comments, you guys are welcome to tell me. And if someone else comments before you, you guys can still comment and I'll read it as fast as I'm able to. It could be about anything. It could be about FNAF, Amazing Digital Circus, Coraline, anything else, YouTube, projects I'm gonna do, anything, or even books that I have. I have almost all of the FNAF books. I'm missing some. I know I'm missing a bunch of the newest graphic novels from, what is it called? Tales of the Pizzaplex. So I know that I don't have some of those though. My most recent one is the second updated Freddy Files. Like the newest one. I still haven't been able to find the FNAF 2 movie book that people are saying that they're finding in their stores. And I even went to Barnes & Noble during my birthday trip last weekend and I wasn't able to find it. This is also another one of my favorite Funko Pops. This is the Coraline Funko Pop. I got her not long before I got this one. And I'm glad I got her when I did. Because the next day after I got her, they stopped selling her in Hot Topic. And now if she's in mint condition, she's worth over $50. The last I checked, it's been a few months since I've checked, and I haven't seen her on anywhere else, like on the places that did sell them in person. So, yeah. I'm going to get my mystery minis. Hold on a second. I'll show you guys my other ones I have. Oh, before I do, I want to show you guys something else. Hold on. Almost done. Okay, so, well, first I'll read that comment, then I'll show you guys what I was going to show you. I don't know what to make with Freddy either. A bull shark or something else. Do you have an animal I can make Freddy fit with? I'm not really sure. I'm trying to understand what you wrote, but how I understand it, I'm not really sure about that. I'm gonna move these guys out of the way so I can show you guys. I'll have these be my background. Okay, I'm gonna back you guys up a little bit. Okay. I wanted to show you guys what I got. I think it was around 2018. This was my very first FNAF cup I ever got. And this actually is just like a piece of paper inside of like in there. I saw all the way on the top when I got it. It was from Spencer's. This was on a trip I went during spring break, and now it's just a collector item in my room because it's randomly cracked right here and I'm not able to drink out of it because if I do, the paper will get wet again. And the straw broke, I don't remember where, but my mom said it broke when she was trying to clean it. So yeah, and this is the inside. I still washed it before I put it away. And yeah, it's cracked right there. And the other thing I was going to show you guys, that I have some soda cans that aren't open, and I have one that is open, but I cleaned out. These ones are ones that I got to collect. I don't know if I'm going to sell them eventually, like these ones or not. This one is for me because obviously I opened it, but I was not able to find the original. People say, like, for people who are collecting stuff like this, that people will spend a lot of money trying to get them. I'm not sure if I actually do want to sell it, but it's just an idea. Whenever I have stuff in my room, sometimes my family asks me if I could sell them. But yeah. And then I also have this one. This was from my short, I believe it was when I went to Five Below. And I actually was on my way to checkout with other stuff I got there. And this was the very last one they had. And I know I can't drink this yet, or not yet, at all, because it expired on November 17th, 2025. I didn't buy this to drink it. I bought it to collect. I know some people probably think that you should dump it out. You'll be surprised how many people actually want the liquid still in it when they're buying soda. And then another thing that I have was when I went on my FNAF trip during the beginning of December, and I went to Popeyes and I got these. I asked the worker when I went there if I would be able to get a cup to just collect and just take home with me, and if I need to, I will pay money for another cup just as long as I get it. And he just gave me the cup, but I didn't like going to that Popeyes. This is the first time I went there when I got this, and it was not a good experience because every question I asked, even when I asked questions about or even said anything about what I wanted from the menu, and I read it exactly the way it says, and they looked at me like what was I saying? They didn't know what I was talking about. And then as I was waiting and then when I got my food, they were doing so much gossip on the customers and laughing about stuff about them. So overall, it wasn't really a good experience. And now I'm going to show you guys my mystery minis I have. Thank you to those of you who are watching the stream. I see that 2 of you guys are on the stream. I don't know who's on there, but regardless, I'm still happy to see people on here. This is another one that I got. Oh, hi. I'm glad you're here, Glitch Trap. And I think that this is the other one. There's also this one. I only have these 3 from the 10th anniversary. I also, whenever I got FNAF mystery minis, so they're not just collecting because I had doubles. I remember before I used to paint over them and make them new minis. I have 2 from the special delivery ones, and I never finished them because I didn't know how it would look good and I kept struggling. But here's some that I ended up custom making. I don't remember if I've ever shown it on there or not. Something stuck on this one. But anyways, they're supposed to be official FNAF characters. Like this one is regular Toy Bonnie, And I was trying to make this one like bonnet, but I didn't end up finishing it. I think I made it back in like either 2021 or 2022. I don't remember. I'd have to find the bottom. Oh, I found the mystery mini. Let's see, it came off. 2021. Trying to find my super rare one. I don't remember his name, but I have this one. And it kind of reminds me of kind of like Spider-Man because of the webs when I got him. I think I have 2 of him, but I don't remember. I have my glow in the dark Monty one. I think I got him on a trip I went to with a couple family members. Here's one that I know probably some of you haven't seen in a long time, or maybe some of you guys haven't been alive when this came out, but there's this one from 2016. That was actually my little cousin's figure, but when he was over his FNAF phase, that he decided to give me a bunch of his stuff. Oh, thank you for telling me who it was, Blackheart Bonnie. I didn't play Special Delivery, so there's some characters that I don't know. But I know this one is High Score Toy Chica. But yeah, he gave me his Bonnie and Chica plushies. My very first stuff that I ended up getting, one of them was my Freddy plushie, like the classic Freddy. When that came out at Walmart, my mom took my cousin and I there, and she had us get some of the plushies with my money, and I got a Freddy one and my cousin got a Foxy one. Well, when my cousin went to a summer program from the school, that he had something, like he brought that with him, and also something else that he needed for him to keep healthy, and there was a random kid that stole it, and so he doesn't have it anymore. And he said if he would have had it, then he would have given it to me. So that's one of the ones I don't have, and I never saw the Golden Freddy plushie at Walmart ever. Here's another one that I have. I think his name is Toxic Springtrap. And this is another one I have. This was, I think it was the top right one, or the top left one I got. I forgot which one. When I got the mystery mini. I think it was around COVID that I got it. I was devastated when COVID hit. Here is 8-Bit Circus Baby. That was the one that I was so excited to see, because I love 8-Bit Circus Baby. Sister Location is my all-time favorite FNAF game. I will never have a different favorite. That will always be my favorite. Circus Baby used to be my all-time favorite, but now it's Funtime Freddy. And I remember when I was phasing into him being my favorite, kind of made me feel guilty that I wasn't having Circus Baby be my favorite anymore. But I still like them both pretty much the same. But after reading Count the Ways, it kind of changed my perspective. Because what don't we know about him? He knows so much stuff. There's my Funtime Freddy mystery mini. You're correct. He is called Toxic Springtrap. Sorry if sometimes I stutter with my words. I have trouble speaking sometimes. I remember before also, I'd have to find it, I'm still looking, but when they had the Nightmare characters come out for the mystery minis, I made a deal with my cousin that if I either pulled a Foxy or a Nightmare Foxy one, or whichever one I got, then he would trade me that one for the Toy Freddy Walmart exclusive that he got. I found it. And the day after, he just decided to give this to me because he was done with FNAF. That I pulled that one. And he told me he should have waited. But yeah. I think it's funny how I've been a fan of FNAF since the second game. I've heard of the first game when it came out, and I just didn't play it around then because I didn't have a computer of my own. And after we moved out of my second house that I've lived in, actually my third house I've lived in, that we got rid of that family computer because we didn't really need it at that point, and my brother just bought his own. So he was playing a game with his friend, and I watched, and how he introduced me to the game, he was just being an older brother, and he was trying to scare me with it. But once that I kind of learned for myself and how people at school were telling me about it, that I try to learn about it myself, and that's how I started liking it. But yeah, the things my brother did, he was just being a big brother. And he would have the Freddy song play at my door. When we moved into our house we had at that point, there was a hole in between our walls. Like, there was a built-in bookshelf and it had a hole. And he would have his phone speaker play through that and have the song play and try to scare me. And I remember having nightmares about the marionette and thinking that after her music box is all done, then she's gonna jump scare me, and I was hallucinating seeing her. 2014 was a pretty crazy year for me. If you guys have any other questions or anything else you guys want to tell me, I'd love to hear those. There's one question I do want to ask you guys. What kind of videos or shorts do you guys want me to make? I like making the stop motion videos. I'm still practicing, but I know that it's going to take a while before I am really, really good at it. I can actually show you guys how I would usually make my stop motion videos. So usually I would have the whole song play so I can kind of get an idea, and sometimes I would also like move them how I would picture it to be, like except for the stop motion, like move them. But then when I actually make the stop motion, like say if I want him to walk, I do this, play pause, and then I'll keep doing that, and then it would look like he's moving around. Because I know some people do play, pause, and then it will like look pretty jumpy. And I want to try to get it like as smooth as possible. Sometimes that the audio is a little fast, so kind of messes me up a little bit, but I'm doing better. Based on like my very first short I've ever made with the stop motion, I've definitely improved by a lot. I actually want to tell you guys a story about my puppet Jazzwares figures. Hold on, let me go and get it real quick. Okay, so let me move it out of the way, Freddy. When I got this from GameStop a couple weeks ago, I actually was trying to figure out how to do it because I didn't know what this was for. And I looked online, couldn't figure it out, what I need to do. And I kept turning this like this. And it was not working. And I kept pressing the button. And I was trying to spin it and it didn't work at that point. When I was trying it, I was like doing stuff. And it got to the point where I emailed Jazzwares and told them what was going on and what I would need to do. And then I discovered by myself what this did. So I just put it down and then I tried to do it. Fair warning, it's going to be a jump scare, but then I turned it. And then it jump scared you. And so I felt terrible on how email works. You're not able to see your message you sent out until the person you try to emails you back. So I wasn't able to say anything. And they ended up getting back to me pretty quickly, like the next day. And they're apologizing for it not working, asking me the store I got it from, the serial number, and like a bunch of other stuff. And I apologized them for wasting their time. And I asked them if they still want me to do all that, or if there's anything else they need me to do, let me know. And they told me that I don't need to, but if they have any other problems or if any questions, to please let them know. And the lady on the email was just really, really nice, and I think she deserves a big raise. Like, she was so good. And I'm glad that Jazzwares actually are understanding and, like, they want to help you the best they can, even if it's, like, limited stock. Because I even told her on there about how I'm hesitant to return it and try to see if I could find a new figure because they don't have any more in my area. Sorry, I'm taking a water break. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish the plushie tonight. My legs kind of still hurt, but I'm gonna still see how things go. I'm gonna wait until one more person joins before I tell you guys some stories about some stuff on YouTube. And Glitch Trap Lord, I appreciate you watching my stream. Thank you for commenting on it. Oh yeah, I see someone else joining. Hello. I think I'm ready to tell you guys about, oh sorry, I accidentally kicked my tripod. I'm excited to tell you guys about a story about some stuff on YouTube. So, when I think it was about 2019 or so, that there's this one YouTuber that I watch. I've been watching him since like his early days when he was doing Lego SpongeBob stop motion, and I watched his videos, and he actually made a comeback I think like 3 years later, and he asked for video requests, and he would always make like the episodes be stop motion, like the actual episodes, but put his own little spin on it. I commented Patty Hype, and he made my video idea, and I thought that was so cool. I actually have a playlist it's mostly for me, but it's also for you guys too, about like people who either take my video requests, or if anyone took my video idea, or if they read my videos on a stream or something, then I put it on there. There's this one YouTuber I watched, I think she has about 2 million subscribers. Out of everybody's comment who like rocketing on there, I was one of the few that she actually read, and it was when she was playing Minecraft. Oh, it was her first time playing Minecraft, and she was asking for help, I think. And then I was letting her know that spiders climb up blocks and to be careful. And it made me so happy. There's actually another person who did live streams a lot back in like 2019. I don't remember his name, but a long time ago that he was an honest person, and he actually did giveaways for Robux. It wasn't much, I think it was like 5 or something like that for each one. He would have people like, subscribe, and comment, and then once you do all 3 of those things, your name was on the wheel. And then after he reached a certain amount of subscribers and or views, then he would spin the wheel, and then whoever name was on there, he would deem them the winner. I've technically won 2. One, I actually got the Robux, but the second, it went on so late, and this was before when I had an early bedtime, about 9 o'clock, but I stayed up until 9:45. And wouldn't you know it, that 5 minutes after I went to bed, he spun the wheel and my name was on there. And he has a rule to himself that he gives it 2 minutes, and if nobody claims like I won, then he spins again, and so I didn't win it. So that was fun. And there's also another YouTuber. I don't know if you guys heard of him. His name is Infamous Swoosh. And he was asking what kind of video he should do for his 10-year video. And I actually suggested doing like a video about the history of his channel. And he actually made it into that video, which I was really surprised that he actually did, because he was going to go a completely different direction. So I was pretty excited about that too. If there's anything in my room that you guys want me to show you guys, let me know. I have Coraline stuff, FNAF, Amazing Digital Circus, and stuff like that. I don't think I have much of anything else, because I mostly have those. I do have a bunch of Nintendo Switch games, mostly Mario. And I also have my custom FNAF Switch and controllers that I made. It's not really anything too special. I just put FNAF stickers on them. And I really like them. I'm glad that I did that. I can't believe it's been over a year since I've made YouTube Shorts. How I started doing that, I was going on YouTube and I discovered you could do that, and I wanted to kind of test it out, and I kind of played with it a little bit, and I found out that you could make shorts instead of full-length YouTube videos, and I decided to try it. Do you have the old Afton mystery mini from the sister location lot? If you're talking about like the mystery mini one, like the Funko ones, I don't. I remember during that period of time when they had those kind of mystery minis, that I wasn't allowed to go to Walmart as much, because we, like, both that I didn't have much money, and also that it wasn't a good time to go, so I wasn't able to get them. I do have some, but I don't have much. I want to get more mystery minis, but sadly that they don't have them anymore. Bible used to have them where you could see which ones you get, but they don't have them anymore. I used to have like a Springtrap mystery mini. I actually had two. I lost one of them in the move, and the other one I dropped on the ground at my grandma's house, and I looked all over and I could not find it, and to this day we have no idea where it went. I also have a FNAF movie popcorn buckets and cups if you guys want me to show you that. Let me know in the comments if you want me to show you that, or if there's something else you want me to show you. Yeah, what is your favorite FNAF collectible that you have? That's a great question. I have a bunch that I really like. I think that one of my favorites is probably my stage popcorn bucket. I'm gonna back you guys up, and I'm going to clear this off a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys. I had to order it especially online. I ended up paying like $30 extra for it. And I'd like to give a shout out to the best aunt in the world because she got it for me. She pulled a lot of strings to get it. Really, I would like to see the popcorn buckets, and if you have the cupcake cup. Sadly, I do not have the cupcake cup or the Freddy head one, like the popcorn bucket. I could not get it in time, and my theater did not have them. My theater supposedly had a bunch of the buckets that a lot of theaters didn't have, and people are wondering about. What is your least favorite FNAF collectible and your favorite? My least favorite collectible was the the tie-dye Springtrap one, and I actually sold it. I got it because it was a Walmart exclusive, and it just collected, but I really didn't like it that much. I think that the tie-dye ones are probably one of my least favorite. It's fun if you guys like it. I'll support you guys if you guys like it, but my personal opinion, I don't like it. But here's the popcorn bucket. It took a while to get. I don't remember how long, but I went to go get it from my aunt when she got it, and we made sure it worked before I went home. Thank you. I'm glad that you like my videos. You know, this is one of my favorites that I have because it lights up. And I actually put stuff in the back. It's just random stuff. I'll show you guys the other stuff I got. Hold on, it'll take me about a minute. I will show you guys the big buckets first, and then I will show you guys the cups. Okay, so here's one that a lot of you guys are really surprised that my theater had it when I showed you guys on my YouTube short. It's this one. I was disappointed that it was sold out when I saw it online, and I'm glad that I got this one. My mom actually got all of the popcorn buckets and cups with my own money. I thought that they were gonna sell out like immediately, so they did. Like, I was at work until 4:30, and they're selling them at 3. So my mom waited outside of the movie theaters for 30 minutes, guarding, like, watching closely at the door, making sure she was the very first one at the door. And when she went to get all of them, that they told her that she's the only one. And how it worked, like, when you get the popcorn buckets, you also get popcorn. And they weren't sure what to do because I was also paying for the popcorn with the cup or the popcorn buckets. So they just gave me like a jumbo size popcorn. I didn't end up finishing it though. I think I only finished about half because I wasn't really hungry enough to have popcorn. But yep, this is one of them that I got. And surprisingly, when I went to see the movie a couple days later, that they actually still had these and someone bought it and ate out of it. This was one that sold out like right after my mom left. This is one that people were saying that they didn't know that they had these and where did I get this from. This is another one that my mom got for me. Shout out to her. And it also lights up. I should probably clean these off this weekend. They have a little dust on them. Okay, and then I have the Freddy head cup. Not including the stage one. I think that all the stuff I got all together was anywhere from $130 to $150. And I saved up a lot when I found out about this stuff, so I'm really glad that I got them. What's your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character? My all-time favorite FNAF character is Funtime Freddy because of Count the Ways. If you guys haven't seen Count the Ways before, like the story, I recommend you guys watching it because it's a really good story. It's about a girl named Millie, and she moves away to live with her grandpa, and she doesn't feel like she fits in, and her grandpa has Funtime Freddy in his shed, and I know he's listening to his grandpa say stuff about Millie, and Millie doesn't want to be here anymore and dreams about it, and she's a goth. And one thing led to another, and she hid in Funtime Freddy's chest cavity, and Funtime Freddy told her a bunch of history, told her stuff about her that he knows about, and he gives her a bunch of options that he can do to help her to not be here anymore. And the ending was so sad. I haven't read all of the Fazbear Fright series books, but I found out about what happened at the end, and the ending of Count the Ways isn't so, what's the right word for it? Like, it's not like a cliffhanger. So then the next cup I have is this one. This is the one that also, another one that sold out immediately, because when I went to the theaters 2 days later, that they had 3 things that said that they are sold out. And you can also shake it, and the little balls move around, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if you, oh, I'm not gonna get these down. I don't know if you guys know this, but on the back of here, at the top of my head, I don't remember which game, but it's from a FNAF game. I think it's from Security Breach. Like, kind of like how the teasers were. And then, trying to move it out of the way. And there's Foxy. Sorry about the lighting. I have my window open a little bit. Like the blinds open. And also my neighbors are outside my room. I live on the second story and they're all riding in my backyard. I live in an apartment, so that's fun. And then I also have the FNAF cups. This is the Toy Freddy one. Looks like people are saying that his hat looked like a bowler hat. And when I went to the theaters, just because I wanted the FNAF experience, I also got I got another one of this. It's my own personal one. This is a collectible. Like, I got to collect. I was really surprised from the teasers online from my movie theater's Facebook page that they didn't have Toy Chica on there. And they just had the other 3 characters. Funny story about her. When I got the Toy Bonnie one, there's these 2 teenagers who work in the movie theaters, and when I asked for Toy Bonnie, they kept saying that no one wants the chicken, and they're making jokes about it. Why would no one want the chicken? And also, I wore my FNAF Bonnie hat there, and I'll show you guys the last bucket in a second. They asked me if I wanted that bucket or a regular bucket, and one of the teenagers looked at the other teenager and was saying, "Look at her hat. What kind of bucket do you think she wants?" It was funny. And here's Balloon Boy. There was a lot of Balloon Boys there when I went there. A lot of Balloon Boys, and a lot of, and like half of Bonnie's. Like, there's no Toy Freddy anywhere. Thanks for all the hearts. I'm glad you liked my videos. Last but not least, I also have this bucket. This was the bucket I was talking about. It's like a Halloween bucket. I have 2 of these. I got one to eat popcorn at the movies with my cup. And this one I got as a collectible. And this is actually where I keep my mystery minis in here. Because I tried putting them in a drawer and it didn't end up working out. Hi, it's nice to meet you, Akihiro. I don't know if I said that right. I'm glad you joined the stream. What other ones did you want me to show you? Did you want me to show you my other popcorn buckets or cups? Or was there something else that you wanted me to show you? Thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. I do have some other FNAF stuff if you guys want me to show you those. I can show you guys my other Jazzler figures, my books, some of my plushies. I can... Oh, the popcorn one. I can show you all the ones that I just showed everyone if you want me to. I can do that. This is the one I just showed off. Here is this one. I have 4 that I'm going to show you, and this is the second one. The light turns on in the back. have the Fast Talker one. Find the button. And then I have one last one. I'll get off my bookshelf real quick. And here is the stage one that I have. Oop. Thanks, I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna put my popcorn buckets away. It's gonna probably take me about a minute or two, so I'll be right back. If you guys have anything you have questions about or anything you want to say in the comments, you guys can say those, and then when I get back, then I will read those. So hold on a second. Okay, I have a few more things and I'm done. I'm just gonna put my FNAF sodas away. I also, I don't know if you guys are able to see those. I also have FNAF stickers. I use these on my Nintendo Switch. Sorry, Balloon Boy. I could probably show you guys my Nintendo Switch in a second. I have the first version. I don't have the second version of the first Nintendo Switch. Okay, I'm ready. So, I unhooked my Nintendo Switch, like the dock, and this is the one that I custom made. It's not really anything special, but I wanted just like a change for some stuff in my room to make it more FNAF. I have some games for Nintendo Switch too, but it's all Mario. Yeah, I think most of my Nintendo Switch games are Mario. And some of it is games that either my sister suggested, FNAF games, or something I discovered from on YouTube. Here is another one I did. Very simple design for this. And then I have this one as like my main Joy-Con grip thing. I really like Funtime Freddy and Circus Baby, so that's why I have them on here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And I can show you guys all of my Mario, Nintendo Switch games. Yeah, I have Roblox. I've actually had Roblox since 2019. I took a break about 3-ish years ago because everyone they're making me choose sides and there was a lot of drama, so I quit for a couple of years. But then I came back, and almost everyone who was my Roblox friend, that they forgot about me, and there isn't any drama, so I'm glad that I took a break. I liked playing, but 2019 to 2021 was a different time. So I'm going to show you guys all of my Nintendo Switch games I have. So this is my newest one, Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream. I'm starting to get kind of bored of it because it's basically the same thing, and I don't know who else I can add. I've been adding my OC characters, and I added Markiplier, but I'm still getting pretty bored of it. So I haven't played in a couple days. This is one I cannot finish right now. The Lego Movie 2 video game. I got it because it was clearance, and this is kind of like the games that my sister plays. But I had some trouble with it and I wasn't able to finish it. And then this is one of my first games I got, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I used to be really good at the game when it came out, and I don't know if there was an update when I last played, but the character I used to play, I don't remember who it was. It was a while ago. I haven't played in a couple of years, but his moves are way different and his attacks are not really good. Yeah, that was what the Roblox thing that you said. Yeah, that kind of happened with me a little bit. There was two boys who were a couple of years younger than me, and they would argue with each other and start rumors and go against each other to try to be my Roblox girlfriend, and it was a whole thing. It was such a mess, and it got to the point where it really affected our role playing and our friendship. So that was one reason why I quit a while ago. And I also have Mario Maker 2. I haven't played this in about 3-ish years. I just it wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. And I got Super Mario Wonder. I'm almost done with the game. I think I have a few more levels left. But I was really obsessed with the game when I got it. I'm glad I got this one. This SpongeBob game, I'm not really playing because for some reason my Switch doesn't want me to play it. And it keeps saying there's like an error or something when I try to play it. And I got Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury. I tried to beat the game for 3D World, but I had a lot of trouble. I'm still planning on beating it, but there's a few levels I'm having a really hard time with. I forgot what this one level was, but like when the rectangles move, it's like really hard to get the top of the flag. I've beaten that level many times. I just cannot figure out how to get the top of the flagpole. And then I have New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. This one I've actually completed everything in the level when I got it. Or in the game, I mean. This was actually my very first Switch game I got. I saved up my birthday money, and how it works with my grandpa. Whenever we go to his house to do yard work or clean up in his house, in my grandma's house, that we earn money. We can get anywhere from $10 to $50 for one day, and if we go both days, anywhere from $50 to $100. So I would go to his house and work hard to earn money for my Nintendo Switch and the game when it first came out. And then my family worked together and they got me birthday money instead of birthday present because they knew I wanted a Switch. And then I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this one I'm glad I got because people in my family who likes playing video games, that this is one of their favorites that we have. It's okay that you have to go, I understand. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And they have Just Dance 2022. This was before when we had people over and I was tasked to find something that we could do instead of just my Mario Kart game. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm glad that you liked them. I also got Security Breach. I didn't really play much of this because I could not run away from Glamour Chico. I still plan on playing this game and trying to beat it, but so far no luck. And I have Into the Pit, and with this one, I got up to either it's night 5 or day 5. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I'm up to that point. And actually, I'm going to actually hide the thing for it, but this is what it came with. And here it says Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit. This voucher entitles you to 1 complimentary download of the Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit official soundtrack in digital format for transfer to your computer or portable music player. I'm not going to share what the code is or anything like that because I don't know if everyone has a different code or what, but it's the one I have, so I haven't claimed it yet since I've gotten it months ago. And then I have Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. This was another one I got from GameStop. Almost all of the games I got from GameStop. I don't remember how far I am to the game. It's probably been at least a year since I played this. Got 2 more. I got Five Nights at Freddy's, the Core Collection. My sister actually loves this Dislocation one. And when I first got this a few years ago, that she would try to help me beat the Funtime Freddy one. I don't remember if she beat it or not. She played with it on her Nintendo Switch Lite. And then last but not least, this is actually one that I got from my sister as a birthday gift. I got Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is one that my sister and her boyfriend plays. And it's pretty fun. I just ran out of stuff to do in the game, so I'm not playing it right now, but I plan on going back on the game. I think it was around 10 months that it told me before that I played and that they were worried about me. Whoops. But so much stuff happened on the game when I last joined. Hi, Random Guy Animates. I'm glad to see you here. If there's anything else that you guys want me to show you that I have, let me know. I have a bunch of FNAF stuff that I've collected since 2016. Some of it I've lost, but I do have quite a bit of stuff. I also have FNAF Funko figures that I have. My day's been doing really good. Not really much happened today. Just a lot of planning for the plushie I was gonna make, but not much. I've also been cleaning a lot today because it's Sunday, and at my house Sunday is usually cleaning day before we have to go back to work and do other stuff. How's your day been doing today? That's good. I'm glad to hear that it's been good. I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow, so I plan on making more videos or shorts tomorrow. I'm thinking about redoing my room, and I might make a video about that if I end up doing that. Oh, that's good that you are at your cousin's house. I hope you're having fun there. If you guys want me to show you my FNAF Funko action figures or any Amazing Digital Circus stuff, let me know and I can show you guys whichever one you want me to show you. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. I haven't seen the spoilers, but I'm kind of nervous about episode 9. I don't want anyone to spoil it to me, but just the thought of episode 9 lately has been making me kind of really nervous to the point where it's making me feel nauseous and I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping. My favorite character in the Amazing Digital Circus is Pomni. I really like Pomni because how she was in the first couple of episodes really reflected on how I was when I was growing up. I was kind of like shy, I was really nervous to talk to people. I did what everyone wanted me to do. I had a bunch of questions that no one had really answers to. I think Kinger is also pretty funny. I liked seeing him. My sister actually thought that he was pretty funny. I think her favorite character is Gummy Goo. She thought that episode was the funniest. Some people have told me stuff about episode 9. I'm not gonna spoil it, but some people like have made a pact like we're gonna say fakes or we're gonna a bunch of fakes and then saying some shoot stuff because it then once that people end up seeing it, you won't really know if it was true or not until you see it. So I've heard some stuff of what it could be, but I don't know if it is true because some of the stuff is what people have said for a long time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it reminds me of your grandpa and then you don't see him anymore. Yeah, Kanger is kind of like a dad. All of his kids. And if I were to describe like Zubul, I would say that she would be kind of like either the older or middle child who doesn't really care about what anyone says. I'm sorry that he died because of COVID. Yeah, my grandma recently died this year, my great-grandma. She had a lot of health problems and she was in a nursing home and the nurses there were not being nice to her and she would tell us all this stuff that happened and she had to keep going to the hospital because they weren't really taking care of her like they should. And then she had dementia really bad to the point where she couldn't recognize anyone and she got so confused and then she ended up dying. And she was my last great-grandma. It's okay. I don't know why, but I handle grief differently. I don't know if it's because of stuff that's going on with me, but sometimes I have a bunch of emotions that mix together, and sometimes it makes me feel neutral, and sometimes that it just, like, I feel all the emotions and not sure what to do. And it kind of makes me feel like there's something wrong with me sometimes because a lot of stuff how I handle stuff isn't what other people say that happens to them. I'm thinking about finishing Topsy tomorrow. I'm sorry for those of you who were expecting that. I didn't expect to have to be done with it. Or no, let me start. I didn't expect for stuff that happened today to happen. But yeah. I think I'm actually going to have hook up my Nintendo Switch and then play some stuff on there if you guys want to see. Just hang on tight for a second. No, my cord. Oh no. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna find the roll. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Almost ready. Okay. I'm gonna be playing Tamagotchi Life. I actually want to show you guys my characters I have. I know some of you guys have seen it. Here's me. I'm playing the maracas. I'll actually fix you guys real quick. There we go. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay. I'll probably turn you guys up. I want to change your outfit. I don't want you to wear a crown. Hold on a second. How do I do that? There we go. This is all the stuff I have. I'm going to try to scoot you guys back a little bit. So, in my universe, that I have a spouse named Evan, and the history of that is that we ran into each other in the woods when I was hanging out with Connor, and he ended up being in our friend group, but then, long story short, we ended up in a relationship. I don't have a boyfriend in real life, but this is just in my universe. Then he has 2 brothers. He has a brother named Frederick, and he has a brother named Walter. And Evan's dad's name is Nick. His mom's name is Linda. They have a Grandpa Paul. And then the mom has a sister named Millie, based on Millie from Count the Ways. And we have Connor. And William Afton. You gotta love him. Markiplier. I could have made Markiplier better, but It's not really the best that I have made him. Let me know if you guys want me to turn it up a little bit more. Yeah, this is our house so far. This is Evan's room. And this is my room. And there's Evan. Evan is bored and wants some company. Well, let's fix that. Look at me sneaking around. Turning into a William Afton. There we go. Not getting along. How are they not getting along? What did they do while I was gone?
You caught my heart some time ago.
What happened with you, Evan? Evan, what did I ever do to you? Anyways, Connor really wants to move in with Nick. I wonder if that's what he's gonna ask.
Hey, SlayingTayGamer. How's it going? I want to try living with Taylor.
Oh, now he wants to live with me. I know, Connor, I love you, man, but I think that you should live on your own. It's not you, it's me, okay? You're a great friend. I love you. But I have a plan for you, so living on your own.
You think? Well, I guess I'll give it up for now.
Yeah, you do that.
If you can do it today, do it today.
Okay, Connor. Who's a good boy? Who else isn't happy? Linda. Linda, what are you doing?
Hey, SlayingTayGamer. Getting to the wishing fountain can be tough because there's no direct path. How about building a path from my place to the wishing fountain?
I thought I made a path. Show me your vision. Show me your vision. Love it. But I thought over here, like, I thought right here how I did it was fine.
It will cost $10. Do we have the budget for that right now?
I don't know. I think money might be a little tight right there. I don't think we have $10. I don't think so. Let's not. No, let's go for it.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. Let's get going.
Great. Now we have no money. No, I'm just kidding.
All done. Take a look whenever.
I want to see it now. After. Oh, you tell me what else is wrong.
In my own head.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. The news. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news, okay?
Hello, and welcome to the evening edition of Me News. We've got a shocking story to share. While walking in the Cornish caves today, Markiplier and friends absolutely no fear, Markiplier reportedly lowered himself into the hole. What he discovered was that the hole is very deep, likely bottomless, and maybe haunted. No word yet on whether the hole extends through the very core of the planet, but plans are already underway for what one developer termed a radical new way to travel internationally. We asked residents for their reactions. Well, I'm glad you told me about this. This gives me courage. Thanks for watching. I'm Evan, and this has been the 8 o'clock news.
Ooh, everyone's talking today.
I thought I saw a shooting star last night. I was so excited, but then I realized it was just a UFO.
That's too bad. And the aliens didn't even take you on a joyride.
How disappointing. Shooting stars are so cool.
So, anyone else here getting into the surface trend? Apparently it's all the rage.
Wait, that's a trend now. I guess I can see that. I had no idea. I'd better get on board.
Okay, hear me out. Taylor is the classiest person we know. Right. I'm right, aren't I?
I'll say. And Taylor is not even paying me to agree with that statement. I mean, what does classy even mean anymore? So, what could someone do if they wanted to change their entire vibe? Asking for a friend? Your friend could try walking around with a circus sticking out of their pocket.
I saw a straw skirt the other day, and I think your friend could totally rock.
And then what are they doing?
Gosh, Mom, you talk about the most interesting thing. Oh, stop, Frederick. You're way more entertaining to listen to. When you get going, I laugh so hard I need to duct tape my sides back together. No way, you're entirely wrong. When you start talking, I start thinking your words should be broadcast to the world. Everyone should hear what you have to say. No, you're totally wrong. The things you talk about are brilliant. Someday, scientists will study your brain to see how you come up with this stuff. Well, now you're disagreeing for the sake of disagreeing. The things you talk about should be animated and turned into feature-length film. Everyone says so. Okay. Just in case they want to turn this into a film, let's give it a good ending and stop talking.
I think I'm gonna be done with the live stream, guys. I'm sorry. Because no one's really watching. And I'm not sure what else to really do.
I was talking to Walter, but the convo got real boring real quick.
So I'm sorry, guys. I'll hopefully be able to make more live streams later this week, but no promises. I appreciate those of you who are able to go on the live stream. I enjoy talking with you guys. Going on the live stream is really fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
I feel like a heavy weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Bye, guys.